So yeah, welcome to Jaxx Vane Studio number 41, and we working on the sailing simulator today. First thing I want to say, thanks to all the people that stopped by yesterday, watching me working on Assetto Corsa Artificial Intelligence. It was a fun stream after so many months not working with Assetto Corsa. My brain was like, total overload trying to remember things live. Not much progress, to be honest, yesterday, but if you're interested in that, I will be streaming Assetto Corsa Competizione Artificial Intelligence development tomorrow morning. So remember, Tuesday and Thursday for Assetto Corsa Competizione, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the sailing simulator. So, good morning, Jaxx. Good morning, Jaxx. Is your microphone working? Yeah, it's working. What are you doing nice today?
Just like last time, just keep going, just my brain is not working, it's too early.
It's too early for Jaxx. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking green tea with brown rice. It's a Korean tea. Very nice.
Nice cup.
Today I'm just doing continuing with the boat. Yeah, I cannot say the name, so I'm doing this.
That one.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, but it's not a catamaran, right?
No.
Right. Okay. Cool. And Kevin, good morning. And good morning also to Mrinox. How about me? So today I'm going to go back and working on the artificial intelligence.
This is Kevin po from Assetto Corsa.
Yes, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. Good morning.
And Joker Dan, good morning. So, Mr. Airnox, right, okay. It's always so difficult to separate. And right, good morning. So if you remember from last Monday, I have like a couple of weeks to see if I can make the artificial intelligence sort of working. So today, that's what we're going to do today. A little bit of progress from last time. I prepared some debug visualization so we can see now the artificial intelligence is driving this boat, and no, that's the wrong one. And I can see where the artificial intelligence is actually trying to go. So that's going to be interesting, because what we are going to try to do today is, in this case, of course, the AI can reach that point without having to do borders to go there. And we will see that once the AI reach this point, it will go crazy, because it will start to keep trying to go on that point. There you go, boom. And then it goes crazy. But it's fine. The idea is that the long-term plan is that AI will understand when it is about to reach the target, and then something different from what happens for cars AI. The AI will switch to a different state in which that state is basically tack or jibe state, where basically the AI is trying to change direction, and that maneuver is not something that can be approached in a instantaneous way, right? So when I work on the AI, there are two main ways, right, to to try to do the AI. One is to have something that every single time you run the AI algorithms, it will evaluate the situation. So evaluate the situation as it is. So work on the instant data and come up with an instant reaction. So in other words, the AI is pretty much stateless, right? Every time the state of the simulation is the same, the AI is giving the same result apart from an element of random that can be introduced by the developer or not, right? And that's pretty much how things work in Assetto Corsa, for example. And that's how things are working right now for this. But on sailboats, when it comes to changing direction, especially changing direction moving through the wind. So imagine a situation where you have the wind coming from the top, right? So you're going this way, sort of 45 degrees. If you have to change your direction to go this way, 45 degrees, you have to rotate the bow of your boat, the nose of your boat, in the wind, and then on the other side, right? And that will require a lot of things to happen, especially on the catamaran. So what is going to happen is that you need to, let me do the maneuver so you can see what the heck I'm trying to talk about. Right. Let's see what I have to do as a player to do this maneuver. So I am on this side of the boat. Let me accelerate a little bit, get control of the boat. Let's go at 45 degrees from the wind, accelerate a little bit, and get the boat foil. Possibly, eventually. So I'm on this side of the boat, and I have my left foil down and I'm foiling now, and my right foil up. Right, so so now we're going. So let's move a little bit more, 45 degrees from the wind. I'm looking at that TWA on the top there. Okay, so if I want to now move on the other side of the wind, right, the maneuver is first I put my right foil down. I wait for the boat to sort of stabilize, then I turn, then I possibly go, I overshoot a little bit just to accelerate faster. Once I'm here, I move on the other side of the boat and raise my foil, right? So that's, on the catamaran, that's the maneuver. Once the game will also have the control of the crew of the boat, the maneuver can get even a little bit more complicated, because before you do the thing, you send half of your crew, or even all your crew, on the other side of the boat. Then you turn, and then you are the last one to actually move there. So what I'm trying to say is that changing direction in a sailboat is not an instantaneous decision like in a race car. Okay, I'm gonna turn, right? So that needs planning. That means that the way the AI will work eventually is we have this state. So you see already I have some code that is hinting at what is going to happen. So ETA is how long before I reach my target, right? And once I'm about to reach my target, something will happen, and I will choose a new target, and I will initiate my turning maneuver, right? And it will go into a completely different state, and will do all this sequence of events where the wind is coming from. And we can also, this is interesting because we can also see the problem right now. So right now what is happening is that the eye is trying to go there, right? But that direction is basically exactly in the direction of the wind, against the direction of the wind. And the sailboat is hardly moving. I mean, it is moving, but you know, it's pretty slow, and it's getting slower because sailboat cannot sail directly into the wind. So the way the AI will have to maneuver in order to reach this target is to do borders, right? So you go a little bit this side, then you turn, then you turn, then you turn. This is what we are going to try to do today. So that's... Hello, Stefano. This probably is Saskoften. But which shortcoming of Rust for game dev you already seen? Your FAQ means that is not ideal. Feel to skip to go. In my experience, but this is totally my experience, and this answer is changing every day. The more I get used to working Rust, the more problems I have. But especially at the beginning, there were more than a couple of situations where I was in the middle of something. I was trying to do something. I was concentrated on what I was trying to do. And the borrow checker started to complain about my code, right? And that's something that can really... It can really be annoying because it really stops you from progressing your idea that you're trying to do. And because Rust is sort of trying to force you to have the code correct, right? Correct and safe at all time, right? So sometimes when you are experimenting, and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what the solution is, you know, you're just trying to find the solution. Having that extra layer of annoyance can be very annoying. And I was always thinking, right now I am no pressure. I'm just working on this thing. It's the beginning of the project. If I waste 2-3 hours trying to figure out why the borrow checker is not accepting my code is not a big problem. But imagine a situation where you are trying to fix a bug and you are 1 day from release and the borrow checker starts to complain about your code, and you realize that in order to fix that bug, in order to make the borrow checker happy, you need to change the structure of your program heavily. That's not a nice place to be, right? And as I'm getting more and more experience with Rust, this is happening less and less. So I think eventually it just becomes something that you do automatically. You automatically design the code and your solutions based on your experience of what the borrow checker likes and doesn't like. So I am at the point where I write a piece of code and there is like an alarm in my brain that goes like, maybe the borrow checker is going to complain about this. I'm still not able to predict it 100%. So it often happens that, maybe the borrow checker is going to complain, and then it doesn't, and then it compiles, and I am, that's surprising. So in my situation where I am a solo developer and I have been making games for 20 years, sometimes I feel like, this is slowing me down a little bit. On the other hand, I have to say that having the borrow checker make sure that my code is okay as my project is getting bigger is a very nice feeling. It's a very nice feeling to think this code is mostly okay. I can have logical. I can have logical bugs where the code doesn't do what I want it to do, but it's a logical problem, and it's not some kind of dangerous memory related bug. Having said that, to be honest, in my experience with Assetto Corsa, the number of times that I've been bitten by a memory bug, not many times. But yeah, I don't know. We definitely had memory bugs. I don't know if Kevin is still in the chat, but we, especially with Competizione, we had a lot. With Assetto Corsa 1, I think a little bit less. I think it's easier if you are programming everything by yourself. I think it's easier because you know more or less where the dangerous parts are in your own code. I think there you go, Kevin. I think where Rust really has a huge advantage over C++ is exactly not my position. So a game studio with 20, 30 developers, the fact that you have the borrow checker making sure that the code that gets committed is good because it's compiling and it doesn't have memory bugs, I think that's huge. I think that's a huge advantage. But you can run into that situation where a nasty logical bug needs to be fixed because there is a release tomorrow, and in order to fix it, you have to make the borrow checker happy, and that means changing the structure of the program that can involve different developers to agree on what the right structure to fix it is. So that's a very scary scenario, right? And you have to, if you have a big team, you have to ask yourself, what do I prefer? Do I prefer my junior programmers to commit potentially crappy code that has memory bugs, and as a team manager you have to go there and do reviews to make sure and try to catch these problems? Or you prefer your junior programmers not to commit anything for the next 4 months because they are fighting with a borrow checker, right? That's the question, and I don't have the answer. I think everybody will have a different answer to that. That's the Kunos way. Switch signs until it works. All right, there goes. Come on. Give me this 45 degrees. Yeah. Okay, what's going on here? That's weird. No. Nope. So I think it's is this angle? Is it the same? No, Kevin, it's it's the way to go. All right. It looks like we found the right combination of plus and minuses. This side. So let's go on the other side. Plus 45, but I still think it doesn't work because this is 45 from the direction for the wind. Thanks for the follow. This is 45 from the direction where we want to go, is not 45 from the direction of the wind. So yeah, it is doing it. It's going on the other side, but it's not correct. It's only correct because we are, this is an exception. See, for example, this is an interesting, you see the AI is struggling to foil. It took the AI ages to get on foils, right? So in this case, once it's on the foil, you see how fast, it's accelerating now. And it's going happily, and it's going to do probably 28 something, right? But it was difficult for the AI to actually get on the foil, so it was like bouncing on the water. So that's the typical situation where actually the AI will have to point more downwind so it can accelerate faster, get on a foil, and then point up to where we want to go. Yeah, that's correct. You can't simply go wherever you want. You need to deal with the fact that you're using wind as a propulsion. I will go 45 degrees, but it's not 45 degrees from the direction, but should be 45 degrees from the wind. So there you go. It's trying to do 30. What the hell is trying to do? Yeah, we're very slow. So what did we generate? Right. So the wind is 0. The heading to the target 352. The point of sail is -7, and the new heading is 37, which is wrong. All right. So it's trying to do 37. 37, as you can see, 37 is too close to the wind. So it's pointing too much to the wind. It cannot even get to the foil. You see? It's really struggling. We're doing 15 knots. It's not able to do this. Nooksart, are you going to release this game? Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. My best scenario plan is still, I'm still hoping to release a free demo for Christmas, and then hopefully finishing it up, and it's not going to be free. It's just a free demo at the beginning in order to get a little bit of interest going on this. I hope there will be mod support. Yeah, totally. I'm already building it in. I have no idea how well it's going to work, to be honest. The big question about this game is really going to be how many people are going to be interested in a sailing simulation, because a sailing simulation about racing, right? Because right now there is a game on Steam, but it's not really focused on racing. The game is called, what is it called? Sail Away. So definitely check it out. Check it out, Sail Away. It's amazing. It's more of a flight simulator thing, although it's an independent game, so the graphics is the graphic of an independent game. But you have the entire world to explore, which is very, very cool. Or I will have to swap these signs. Let's see if I'm lucky and I get the right side. So basically what we expect here, we expect to go left, right? We expect to go on the left side. Yeah, that works. That works. And the boat is doing 45. Okay, so we're almost there. So the boat is doing the right thing now. It's going 45. And what I want to do for today, before calling myself happy, I want to get to a point where when the AI understands that I can now turn and go there, because it's an acceptable point of sail, I should turn. And Matsam, thanks for the follow. So pretty much when this line will be pretty much 90 degrees, we should see the brutal change of direction. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Oh, here it is. Okay, good. Ha 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 ha. That was beautiful. Very brutal, but nice. So this is upwind, and it's good. So we will also have to deal with the downwind point of sail. And once that is done, I should be able to plug in the actual waypoints of the actual race course and hopefully get the AI to go around the race course, which is really the target, because that's what I need also to work on the multiplayer. That will allow me to have one client with the AI going around the race course and another client with me going after it, and be able to see how everything moves and behaves in multiplayer. So this looks fine. There you go. There is your very brutal change of direction. So this is good. Yeah, it will be great. It will be really, really great. Okay, guys. So that's all for me. Jaxx,
Yeah.
how was your day?
The same as usual.
The same as usual.
Yeah.
Where are you? Let me see. Proceeding. All right.
I did this one. What is it called for the cockpit?
The cockpit.
Is it called cockpit?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
On
called
the boat?
cockpit. But I don't think it looks like that.
Yeah, I know. I have to find a lot of reference.
I think it's like full in the middle, and then there are holes on the side. It's very stealthy, like, you know, the crew is like hiding under, and in the middle is totally flat, like especially Luna Rossa. I think the sail is completely attached to the
Right.
to the body. So there is no, you can see the sail follows the body. You cannot see any separation between the sail and the.
Right. I have to check it out.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's all from us today. Tomorrow, if I will be back working on Assetto Corsa Competizione Artificial Intelligence. So I will see you tomorrow if you are into that. If you are not into that and you're looking for the boats, I'm gonna be streaming Friday for that. So I will see you then. Let me, he's amazing, and hope you guys will enjoy. You want to say goodbye?
Yeah. Goodbye, guys. Thank you for watching.
Ciao, ciao.